Some updates. One, today, because of one of the lawyers has a medical appointment, we will recess at 3:15. Next, it does appear that we are going to not finish this week, but not go too much longer. Again, I told you I have an issue that's next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I apologize again to you for that. This is something I can't change. There are others who certainly have schedules, issues. We're going to take that into consideration. But I'm hoping, well, I'm just hoping that everything will be far done, everything, before your trip. So, I've told you I've been, you've been a great jury, and I know this is a hardship, and I apologize. But we're almost done. We're almost done. With that in mind, Mr. Baker, you're still under oath, and people may continue.
Thank you. When we left off yesterday, Mr. Baker, you had just started to tell us another version of the story about how you turned off the power to the house in order to get Fabio Sementilli to do something.
Sustained.
Why is it that you turned off power to the house?
To get him to come to get off the patio, turn off his TV.
Okay. And so you turned off the power to the house because you thought he would get up and turn off his TV?
Yes.
How would turning off the power get him to come turn off the TV?
If it were me, I would go to the fuse box.
I see. So when did you do this now?
That same day.
Yeah. At what point in time?
I don't know. I don't have a time. When that time I was there.
Obviously, but at what point?
I don't know what you're
As soon as you walked into the house, at the end, before you left, at what point did you turn off power to the house?
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So that means you were in the house for a period of time before you did so, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how did you know where the fuse box was?
Most places, in most houses, is usually in the garage.
Okay. So you went into the garage and searched around for the fuse box?
Yes.
And then you turned off the power, and what did you do next?
I waited to see if he would come in the kitchen.
And did he?
No.
So what did you do?
I waited and watched him.
And then what happened?
And then I waited for him to not see the kitchen, and went ahead and went forward.
Okay. When the police arrived on scene, the television was still on.
That's probably why he didn't get up.
So did you, how long did you wait for him inside the house?
I don't know. I didn't keep a running time frame in my head.
But you were in a rush, right? Because you told us you were expecting people to come home. And you didn't have your phone. You said you left that in the car, right?
Yes.
So weren't you worried at that point in time that
I'm worried.
someone would
I'm worried through the whole time.
But yet you sat and waited.
I'm still worried the whole time.
Okay. But you sat and waited. Is that yes?
I had to wait. Yeah.
And so eventually you gave up waiting, I'm assuming?
Well, yeah. Eventually, I had to go forward.
Okay. And so did you tell Chris Austin that you were going to turn off power to the house?
No, it was not too much time for talking.
And when you went into the garage, where was Chris Austin?
I'm not sure.
You didn't see him.
I don't remember.
You don't remember. So he may have been with you.
I don't remember.
And after you turned off the power to the house, then were you watching Fabio from inside the kitchen?
Yes.
So he could have just turned his head and seen you through the glass at any time.
Could have.
But he didn't.
I'm sorry. Repeat the question?
Sure. He didn't see you.
I don't know.
That's overruled.
Well, he didn't see you because he didn't come in, right? You eventually
I don't know
said
if he saw me or not.
you went out to
I'm
him.
assuming he didn't see me. I don't know if he saw me or not. I doubt it.
So you went out to get him.
Yes.
And then at some point you told us you went back into the garage, right? You told us that you followed some wires that were everywhere that led you to the DVR, correct?
Yeah, it was where the car was, yeah.
Showing you what's been previously marked as People's 129. There's a 17 in the lower left corner. In terms of all the wires that you told us you followed yesterday, where are the wires?
In the garage.
But you told us that you followed the wires from the house to the garage. So I'm asking you, where are the wires
In the
that
garage.
you told the jury yesterday that you followed?
In the garage. In the garage.
So you didn't follow any wires?
There are wires from the garage.
Okay. And where were the wires in the garage?
By the box.
And where was that?
I believe it was on it was on a back wall on something, a shelf or a closet or something. I can't remember. I don't have the layout in my head.
And how did you know that the DVR would be in the garage?
The wires.
Yes,
I saw
but
it.
we talked about the fact that there actually aren't any wires in the house, as you said yesterday. That
I saw the wires.
Okay. So once you went into the garage, that's when you saw the wires, correct?
Yes.
And do you recall where the wires were in the garage that you traced to some box in a different location?
They were coming off a wall. They were laying on the wall or coming from the wall. They were just there. You could see them.
Okay. And at some point before you left, did you also open the garage door in order to steal the Porsche and drive away?
Yes.
And how did you do that, given that you had turned off the power?
I pulled the emergency cord.
Why didn't you just flip the power back on?
Wasn't thinking.
And so, did you tell Chris Austin to wait in the Porsche at some point in time?
I don't remember offhand, but I'm sure something like that happened. I'm not sure.
So how did Chris Austin know to get into the Porsche?
I said I'm not sure. I know we wound up there. I don't remember all the conversation. There was a lot going on. I don't remember all that.
Well, you remembered a few days ago when you testified on direct. Has anything happened between a few days ago?
Regarding
today?
about Chris getting in the Porsche, I don't remember that either.
You don't remember him getting in the Porsche? So
No,
he might have
about
drawn
direct, about being on direct and being asked about this.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So somehow Chris got into the Porsche. Was he in the Porsche before or after you?
I don't remember.
Okay. So it could have been after you.
I don't remember.
All right. And then what did you do?
I guess we got in the Porsche and left.
Okay. Who drove?
I did.
Was that because Chris didn't know how to drive a stick?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know if he knows how to drive a stick or not.
Okay. You wouldn't have asked him that ahead of time in your plan
I'm not thinking about all that in my plan.
You're not thinking about
I
a
wasn't.
getaway in your plan?
I wasn't thinking about who's driving what car in the plan. I know I'm driving, and I want to leave.
What about in the plan? What was the plan on how you were going to leave? Were you always planning on taking the Porsche?
No, I didn't know exactly at the moment. My plan was to go back and go down the same way we came, but time was running out.
So which way did you go?
Make a right and a right, then another right. I don't know the streets. I don't know the street names, so.
Well, you said you lived in the valley. We went over that
I don't know the
yesterday.
streets.
So you made several rights. And where did that take you to?
Eventually, it took us back to Ventura Boulevard.
Wouldn't you have to go left to get back to Ventura Boulevard?
At some point, there's a left somewhere.
Okay. And then where'd you go?
Behind Ventura Boulevard on the back street, and found the nearest empty spot there was and parked the car.
An empty spot where?
I don't know.
You don't know where?
No, I don't. I'm not driving back in the back streets like that. I just wanted to get rid of the car.
Okay. And so were you in a commercial area, a residential area, an industrial area?
I guess it was not industrial. It was part of the businesses on Ventura. I'm guessing.
Near any particular location that you recall?
No, I don't.
Stores or anything of that nature?
I was from the back, so I didn't see any of that.
So you had no idea where you were?
I got an idea where I'm at, but I don't know where I was at.
But at some point you had to go back to the car.
And I had to backtrack the same way I came to find it because I didn't know exactly where I parked the car.
So you went back to the house in order to backtrack?
No, I went back to the car where I parked it.
Okay. And the keys, did you get those keys out of the drawer that we see here on the screen where there's a drip of blood in the number 12? Is that where you got the keys from?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I know it was from a counter somewhere. There was a counter involved.
So you remember that?
It was a counter.
Not in the drawer.
It was a counter. I don't know which counter it was. I can't remember. I just saw him sitting there.
And at some point in time, did you also, before you left, do any cleaning up?
I tried to.
With what?
Rags.
Where'd you get rags?
I believe it was sitting. I don't know. They were just rags. I can't do it with my hands, so I took something and tried to clean up with it.
And where did you get the rags from as you were doing your cleaning
remember.
job?
I really don't remember. Anything I saw available.
So you found rags somewhere,
Somewhere.
and you started cleaning the house.
I tried to clean what I could, not the whole house, obviously.
And what did you use to clean up?
I was trying to look for Clorox and anything that was under the sink.
And what did you use?
Anything that was there.
Did you tell Al Birdsong that you used apple cider vinegar?
I don't remember that.
Is that possible, since you've told us you don't remember a lot of things today?
I don't remember a lot of things. It was almost 10 years ago.
Okay. So would it be fair that you might have told Al that?
I don't remember.
Do you remember Al telling you apple cider vinegar isn't going to get rid of your DNA?
I don't remember that either.
So that's possible that you had such a conversation.
I don't remember.
Do you remember, after you stayed at Lacheyne's for a few days, telling us that you went to Las Vegas to stay with Al?
Yes.
And did you tell Al what you had done?
No.
So if he had information regarding the murder that he said he got from you, he must have gotten it somewhere else?
Objection and speculation.
Sustained.
You also told us that at some point after you left the Porsche, you went to another location to get back to the rental car, correct?
Yes.
And where was that?
That was the same place I told you I parked it at.
Where was that?
I don't know the exact location. It was in the residential area.
Okay. And when did you go back to the rental car?
After I left the Porsche.
With Chris?
Yes.
And when the two of you went back to the residential area and got into the rental vehicle, where'd you go from there?
I told him to go ahead and leave and go back, meet me at the apartment if he could. If not, go, I can't remember exactly. I think I told him to leave, to go to the airport, or just leave, just to get out of there. So he took off on his way, and me, I was still trying to get organized because I needed to change. I needed to get rid of the stuff, all that stuff. I needed to do all that.
So he, not knowing where anything was, you told him to just leave?
I needed him to go.
Uh-huh. And so where was he supposed to go?
I told him to go to the apartment. If he needed anything, grab it, grab his stuff, whatever he needed, and leave and get out of there. Because
Okay.
I didn't know what was going on. Everything was happening too fast.
So did you give him a key?
I can't remember.
So how would he have gotten into your apartment to get his stuff?
I can't remember if I gave him a key or not. I must have gave him the key. I can't remember.
Okay.
But I
And
remember
so
that.
where did you go at that point?
I think I tried to get rid of everything. So I
Okay.
went to the nearest bins to throw everything away. To
So
throw-
you walked there or drove there?
No, I walked.
You walk now?
Yeah, I walked.
Okay.
I'm still walking. I haven't moved the car yet.
Okay. Okay.
Then what?
And then where'd you go?
I got rid of the stuff in the bins, threw everything away.
This is in this residential area?
Yes. Yes. Threw everything away, got back in the car. I still hear sirens. I remember hearing sirens still. And I wanted to get out of there, but I just wanted to get out of there. So anyway, got in the car and went towards the apartment.
You went to the apartment?
I was trying to get to the apartment. I was going to go that way. I really didn't know really where I was going to go, but I wanted to get to the apartment because I knew I had to get to work. That was in this crazy chaos going on.
And
So on the way, I saw Chris running. He was jogging. And I pulled over and I told him, just get in real quick. Just get in. I looked around real quick to make sure. I just looked around just to see if anything was going on, if anyone was paying attention. You know, it's chaotic thinking at the time.
And then what?
And then what? And then he got in the car.
And where'd you go from there?
Went to the bowling alley.
Which
And-
bowling alley?
The one on Satakoy and I forget the streets.
Okay. What'd you do at the bowling alley?
Changed, got rid of clothes.
I
Changed.
thought you told us you threw everything away when you
Threw it-
walked to the bins.
No, I didn't throw the clothes away.
I see.
I threw the items away.
I see. Which items were those?
Whatever
Everything
was
in
in
the
it.
pillowcase?
Yeah, everything in the pillowcase.
Okay. So you threw away your clothes.
I didn't throw away the clothes yet.
Okay. So you went to the bowling alley on Satakoy. You said you threw away your clothes. You're saying now, no, you didn't. So tell us what you did there.
I didn't say that at all.
Okay. Tell us what you did.
I got the clothes off. We got our clothes and then put it in bags. And I wanted to get him out of there.
Okay.
But I still didn't leave. I couldn't leave because I had to go to work. So I remember being dark, and I told him, I need to go to work. And just stay out of the way for now, because right now it seemed it was safe. It was kind of safe for the moment.
It was safe at the moment. You just told us you heard sirens, right?
Yeah, way much before then. Time had elapsed.
Oh, okay. And then what?
And then I went to the apartment.
You went to the apartment.
Yes.
Okay. Did you take Chris with you?
No.
Didn't take Chris. So you drove him somewhere and left him off again in some street.
He was in the bowling alley where it was nice and safe.
I see. Okay. So you drove the rental back to the apartment.
I walked. He stayed in the car.
I see. And then what?
I went to the apartment.
And where'd you go once you were at the apartment? What'd you do?
I
Did you
went to
go
LA
in?
Fitness afterwards.
Did you go inside?
Yes.
And what'd you do there?
In the apartment,
Yes.
change clothes, go to work.
I thought you told us you had clothes already in the car and that you changed yesterday. You told us you changed your clothes at the car.
Change clothes again.
I see. Okay. And then?
Went to work.
And what did you drive to work?
The black truck,
The one with the battery issue.
the one that had the battery issue.
Okay. And how long were you at LA Fitness?
Short time.
What does that mean?
Short time. Not the usual 3 hours, 4 hours I stayed.
An hour? 10 minutes?
A short time.
Don't know how long.
No, I wasn't counting.
Okay. And who saw you there? Who did you make contact with?
Sheila, Ricky, Bagley, everybody saw me there.
Okay. Sheila testified you weren't there until the 26th, so,
You should check the footage.
okay, we did that. So
Okay.
you don't come back on the
You
screen?
didn't see the black truck pull up?
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I was there.
Okay. And then where do you go?
Eventually I went back to the house.
To the
No,
apartment?
I didn't. I didn't go back to the house. I didn't. I went to the bowling alley with the truck.
Drove to the bowling alley.
Parked the truck. Got Chris in the car. And
Where was he?
he was in the bowling alley.
He was sitting in the bowling alley.
No, he was sitting in the bowling alley parking lot.
Got it. In the car where you left him.
Yes.
Got it. And then where'd you go?
Then told him to get in. Or not exactly. Something about let's get in. Let's get you out of here. And no. I left the truck parked. I got to the car into the rental, and then I wanted to get him to the airport, get him out of there. So I
Okay.
took him to a bus stop close to the Flyaway, and someplace where there was no where I thought there was no cameras to see us both together, just in case. And he got out, and that was it.
Okay. So what time did you get to LA Fitness?
I don't. It was before I was supposed to start the league, whatever time that was. Probably 6:30,
6:30.
maybe. I'm guessing because I know
Okay.
you're going to try to hold me to it.
And then how long were you allegedly at the league? Till when? 6:30 to what? 7, 7:30?
As soon as I got Bagley to take over my league for me.
Bob Bagley.
Yes.
Yeah. What time?
I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. Probably around. I'm guessing 7,
Okay.
7:15, 7:30 maybe. I'm guessing. As soon as he agreed to do it.
Okay. So you're there for an hour or under.
Roughly. Very roughly.
And then you went back to the bowling alley.
Yes.
Okay. You told us that Austin told you that he got a stupid ass ticket, or that's what you said.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
And was that while you were at LA Fitness?
Yes.
think you went back to your apartment?
I don't know the exact time. I have no idea. But I walked. Remember? I walked.
You walked there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what's been marked previously as People's 158. It's a PowerPoint belonging to Cy Ray. And this particular page indicates that cellular data placed you at the Van Nuys Flyaway at 6:30. You think that's probably right?
I have no idea. It might be. It might be.
You told us that you thought you were at LA Fitness from 6:30 to 7:15.
I told you it was all guesswork.
7:30, and that you went actually to the gym early that day. Remember that?
Told you 11 o'clock. That afternoon I went early, but not here. I don't know what time I told you before. I wasn't keeping track of the time like that.
Okay. Well, you told us that you were kind of keeping track of the time because you wanted to make sure that you got
To work.
to the gym.
Yeah, that's
Right.
usually what time I get there. Around that time.
Okay. And you see this, right? This mapping putting you near the Van Nuys Flyaway at 6:30?
That's what your information that you provided says.
Showing you another page from Cy Ray, his PowerPoint on 158. This places you in the area near your home where Chris Austin got a ticket in close proximity to Austin at 5:45.
So again, I must have been walking during that time frame.
Okay. So at some point, you obviously had your phone on you, right?
Yes.
And you were actually, as we heard testimony, in close proximity to Chris at the time that he got his ticket. Remember that?
Okay. I see you.
Do you remember him getting a ticket?
That's what he told me. He got a ticket. I didn't see the ticket, but he said he did.
But you told us that you left him at a bowling alley on Satakoy, and then you left to go to LA Fitness, right?
I left to go to my apartment.
And then,
then
to
go
LA,
to LA
Fitness,
Fitness.
right?
And then go to LA Fitness.
Right.
Right.
So how would you explain that you're in the same vicinity as Christopher Austin at the time that he gets the ticket?
I have no idea. I'm going down the road on foot, so I don't know where he's at. I left him in the bowling alley parking lot.
Okay. You also told us on direct examination that you went to the apartment because you needed to get rid of Monica's property, clothes that she kept at your house. Do you remember that?
That was sometime during the night, yeah.
Sometime during the night.
Yeah.
Was that before or after you let Austin off?
I believe it was after.
After.
I
Okay.
believe it was after he left.
And then your testimony on direct was that you knew they would look into her really hard. Do you remember testifying to that?
Probably so.
And who are they?
You guys.
Us guys.
You.
Okay. Me.
Well, your representation of the state.
Okay. So you knew that we would look into Monica really hard, you said on direct. Why would we look into Monica really hard?
Well, usually you're watching all the TV shows, and there you go.
So by watching TV, you knew that we'd look into Monica really hard.
If you watch the Datelines and all that, anybody who has a death in the family that's suspicious or anything or direct, you look into the family members first.
I see. Now, you told us that you dumped everything in the pillowcase off in the bins when you dropped Chris Austin off at the Van Nuys Flyaway. did you give him anything so that he could get back?
Oh.
Given that his flight wasn't for that day, and that you expected him to be there, as you told us, for a few days, and you were just having him there while you were waiting for some random opportunity to come up.
There's a question in there. I'm trying to figure out where it is. What's the question again?
My question was, what did you give, if anything, to Chris Austin?
I had pulled out money. I had money that I had from my little stash at the house. I pulled out some money, and I still had some coins in the pocket, or the gold coins in my pocket.
Thought you said you put those in the pillowcase.
No, I said I put those in my pocket.
I see. In the envelope with the documents?
Yes.
So that all fit in there too?
It's not that big.
Okay. And so you then did what? Went into your pocket and gave him what?
I actually didn't go into give it to him from there. I went to the house first. The house to get my gear and all that stuff. So when I came back, I had it on me. So I took the coins with me, and everything else was still. I think it was all with me. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I remember taking the coins with me. Took some money with me.
To LA Fitness?
No, from my house.
Well, you told us that from your house you changed and you went to LA Fitness.
I'm trying to remember. So with those items, I had those items with me. The money and the coins with me. Because I knew.
To LA Fitness, right?
I was at my house first. I wound up going to LA Fitness.
And you said you took the coins with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you had the coins with you at LA Fitness.
No, I don't remember if I took them with me or left them in my truck. I can't remember if I did that or not. I may have left everything in the truck.
Okay.
Because I did get in the car to go there. So I'm not going to go in there with money, with a lot of money in my pocket and gold coins.
Safer to leave it in the car.
Yes, for me it is.
Right. The same car that you told us earlier was broken into when your laptop, your computer was stolen, right?
This was 6 months later you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it's not the same car.
Okay. So you weren't driving the Ford Expedition. Bless you.
Say again?
You weren't driving the Ford Expedition
Which day?
that night.
Because you're bouncing around, so I'm trying to keep up with you. That night, I was driving the Ford Expedition when I went from my apartment to the gym.
Okay. So you leave the coins and the money in your car, in the parking lot in Woodland Hills, and then you go where?
In LA Fitness.
Okay. And when you came back, you then told us you drove back to the bowling alley, right, to meet up with
Correct.
Chris.
Correct.
And then he gets in your car,
No,
you get in his car.
I leave the truck behind.
You leave your truck there,
Yes.
okay, at this area where the bowling alley is, on Satiquay.
Yes.
Okay. And then you drive or he drives?
Drive from where?
From the bowling alley
I do.
to, where do you go?
To the bus stop.
Directly.
I'm pretty sure.
No more other stops.
I don't think so.
Okay. And you give him money
Yes.
and you give him gold coins.
Yes.
How much money?
I'm guessing 2,000
$2,000.
something, 3,000 to hold him over.
2 to 3.
Yeah, just in case he has to disappear or whatever. Just in case.
Okay. And where did you get the money from? Because we saw your bank records the other day.
I have cash stashed.
I see.
If you looked at my bank records, you could say I took out large sums of money at given points.
Okay. So you somehow stashed $2,000 to $3,000 in the house. You get the money from the house plus the gold coins.
My apartment.
How many gold coins?
I'm thinking it was like, I don't know, I think it was like anywhere between 6 and 10. It was a handful. I gave him like five of them.
You only gave him half.
I'm guessing again. I'm guessing. I just gave him a handful, like 5 or 6. It was like half.
So
And I
what
just
did
gave
you
it to him.
do with the rest of the gold coins?
I kept them.
And what did you do with them?
I eventually cashed them out.
For how much?
I don't remember. It was good sum. It was a good sum though.
When you say a good sum, what does that mean?
Like 3,000.
Okay. And where did you do that?
Various places in LA.
Various places.
Yeah. Do I know what they are? No.
So you, when you say various places, did you take each coin to a different location?
There were different places. There were different places.
So is that yes?
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember I might have cashed in 2 at one place and 1 at another. I don't remember.
Okay. And when did you do that?
When? Somewhere in between that day and months later.
Well, you told us
I don't
that
remember what
you
day.
specifically went back to the apartment to clean out anything that could connect you to Monica. So I'm assuming you also didn't want to be connected to Fabio by having gold coins in your apartment.
Good assumption. So I still don't remember the days though.
Okay. So you did the cleaning of her stuff, but the coins you left there.
I don't know where I left them. I don't know where I kept them at.
Okay.
I think I might have kept them. And I don't know. They kind of came with me sometimes. That wasn't like the main.
They came with you
And put them in my person, yeah, in my pocket,
just to carry around?
just in case I need to get rid of them. I had a chance. I mean, I'm not looking that day and say, oh, I'm gonna get rid of these coins today. Let me count them because let me watch them all day long. No, it wasn't like that. If the opportunity came, I try to get rid of them.
Got it. So you told us you stayed at Lacheyne's for a couple nights. You told us you stayed in Las Vegas for a couple nights. You also stayed at Ricky and Sheila's first week in February, right?
Yeah, I don't know the dates, but I did stay with them.
Till Ricky asked you to leave, right?
At least that's what he says.
Because you were trying to use Sheila to get Monica out of the house that first week in February.
Yes.
And then the following week, after Ricky kicked you out, you went to Glendale and you stayed with your friend Roger, right? Callie B?
I stayed over there a couple of days.
How many's a couple?
I didn't keep count. I don't know.
Could it be possibly a couple weeks?
I don't remember how much time it was exactly.
And while you were there, Monica came numerous times and picked you up, right?
Eventually, this was when you said February? That sounds about right.
She would pick you up in February and March, and the two of you would go out, right?
We would go somewhere.
And then she would come back and stay at Rogers with you for a while.
Yes, sit and have a drink, stay off the streets. For me, I didn't want to be on the streets.
Well, you were on the streets. You
I
were
was
going
trying to stay off the streets as much as possible.
You went to clubs.
I was trying to stay off the streets as much as possible.
Did you go to the parlor bar?
Who?
The parlor bar?
I don't remember these names.
You don't remember? You were there several times.
I don't remember the names.
Laugh Factory,
I do remember that.
Dime Bar.
I do remember that.
So you weren't worried about staying off the streets because you were out.
Not initially. Initially, I was. After a while, when time went on, no, I wasn't.
So in February, enough time had gone on.
Not a little bit. It wasn't quite comfortable yet.
Comfortable enough, though, to go out, right?
I went out.
Okay. And after you abandoned your job, somebody else took over at LA Fitness, right? You didn't go back there.
For my job, I actually made sure someone took over. So I didn't know. So I had someone take over the job.
You had someone, not the company.
Well, the company did. But I made sure
Sean.
that he got the position.
You also told us that at the house, Austin, after the murder, was in a bad way. What did you mean by that?
When he left to go to Alaska, I could tell he was still shaken up. So I could tell. That's what I mean by bad way. He was shaken up. I could tell by his voice, and just
Appeared to you to be having a panic attack?
he just wasn't his usual self. I could tell he was shaken up. He wasn't his usual self.
So what did you do to help him after dragging him into
I just
this murder?
talked to him. That's it. I can do nothing but talk to him from Alaska.
So you talked to him from Alaska, or you did not?
I talked to him while he was in Alaska.
Okay. What did you say to him when you dropped him off at the
I don't know.
Flyway?
I don't keep verbatim conversation of the whole thing. I don't know.
Well, he was freaking out. So what did you say to him?
Whatever it took to calm him down.
And how did you do that?
Just say the right things. Just listen.
Such as what?
I have no idea. Depends.
Well, we know what the circumstances are, so it doesn't depend. So what did you say?
I don't remember because I don't remember the conversation directly. Just something to calm him down, whatever it was.
And at some point, did you tell Austin that he should get a burner phone after he already left Los Angeles?
At some point I did.
Okay. Do you remember how you did that?
I think on the phone, using the phone.
How about through a Facebook message?
Oh, I don't remember.
No?
I said I think. I'm not sure. This is a long time ago.
Did you tell him to get a burner phone, and then subsequent to that, did you send him money to get a burner phone?
No,
No?
I don't remember sending him any money.
You don't?
I don't remember sending him any money. Wait, you talking about after this or before?
After.
There was no need for me to send him any money. He had money.
He had money. Okay. Thought you told us that you gave him an ATM card previously, and that you told him he could use the money whenever he wanted for anything he needed.
Yeah,
Did you
good.
continue putting money into the account
At that
was
point?
connected to the ATM that he pulled out in Alaska?
No.
Okay. Showing you PowerPoint from, I believe this is also 158, Officer Curtis Davis's PowerPoint. Do you see this message here on January 26th, 3 days after the murder?
Yes. Let me see the part that says download WhatsApp on your phone. Okay, I see that. I see that.
That's the app that you registered for at 11:40 at night after you dumped Viber, you and Monica both on the day of the murder you talked about. Remember that?
I remember.
Was it glitchy?
I don't remember all those little details, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Well, you can see it right here, right?
I see what you're showing. I see what you're showing me. Yeah.
Do you remember
I don't remember
sending
any
a
of this.
message to Chris, download WhatsApp?
This is 10 years ago. I don't remember any of this stuff.
And then, did you also remove Christopher Austin from your friends connection on Facebook that same day?
I probably did. I probably did.
The one here with the direction to download WhatsApp is page 159. Now I'm going to show you page 66 from that same PowerPoint from Officer Davis. Do you remember on that same date that you removed him at 1:52 in the morning?
I probably did. I don't deny that.
And why would you have done that?
Cutting ties.
And why would you have done that?
Because the murder was done
So you were cutting ties with him because the murder was done.
with him. Yeah, well, just starting that process. Yeah,
Starting the process
cutting
of-
communication with normal routes. Yeah.
Okay, but you told us that when he came out to Los Angeles, not only did the two of you discuss the murder, but you also discussed the fact that you were starting a new business and you wanted to talk to him about that.
Well, that was going to be put on hold based on what was going on right then.
Well, you had planned to commit the murder. That was the whole point in having him come out. We
And
talked about that.
We also talked about the business that was going to come later too.
Right. So you're not cutting ties with him.
For the moment.
I'm sorry?
For the moment.
For the moment.
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of that?
To cut ties.
For what purpose?
To get distance for the moment.
So you're cutting ties with him so that the two of you wouldn't be linked. Correct?
Well, reduce it at least.
Okay.
Going to be linked regardless, but just reduce it as much as possible.
And then the two of you began talking on a burner phone,
Yes.
right?
Right.
So there was still a link because you're still communicating. Now the two of you are just talking through two different burner phones.
Not normal. Not a normal way to conversate.
I see. What?
Conversate.
Conversating.
Not a normal way to conversate.
Okay. Now, Chris Austin testified in this case and told law enforcement the day that he was arrested that the reason all of this happened, this murder occurred, was because of the life insurance. That you told him that Monica was going to get money from Fabio's life insurance. Do you remember having that conversation with him?
No.
No. So, when did you and Monica first discuss the life insurance policy?
Objection, since facts not in evidence.
Sustain?
At what point, if ever, did you and Monica discuss life insurance?
Never had such a conversation.
You never discussed.
No, I'm pretty sure we never discussed this type of thing. None of my business.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we talked about a lot of things, so I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Like percentage-wise, 80%,
I'm not doing
90%. As sure as you were about everything else you've testified to?
99%.
99%. Okay, so really sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, 99% is pretty good odds.
Well, your odds are probably different from mine.
Objection, solid evidence.
Okay.
Sustain?
If you never discussed life insurance, 99% sure, with Monica, why were you the first person she contacted when she received an email from Detective Harshal saying that she had been cleared to collect the life insurance?
Objection, that's argumentative.
It's overruled.
Well, you would probably have to ask her that.
So you don't know why she would contact you. Not her daughters, who she was so worried about not getting the insurance, but you.
Like I said, you might have to ask her that.
So if she sends you information regarding what she received from Detective Parshall about being cleared for life insurance, you wouldn't even know what she was talking about.
The only thing I knew about was she was concerned about paying the mortgage and paying bills. That's the only thing I know about. So maybe she was excited about it.
She was excited about it.
Maybe she was excited about whatever she was dealing with there. I've never seen this, so you can show me this all day. I've never seen this.
Really? Because it's found in your Ford Expedition on a flash drive. Sent it to you.
Why the hell would this be on a flash drive? I don't know.
You had photos of her on a flash drive. Lots of nudie photos.
Of course.
Sex photos, masturbation photos, sex with other men.
Objection, Your Honor. This is argumentative.
It's just time.
You had all sorts of photos of her on a flash drive, including this.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember it?
No.
And see this? It says, we're clear on the letter for the life insurance. Secretary typing it up, and MetLife should have it by the end of next week or the following week. See that? Bless you. Yeah?
I see it.
Showing you what was previously marked as People's 176, an extraction from Monica's phone. See the time here, 6:03, 6:17 when the, at the top of the screenshot, do you see that?
It has nothing to do with me. I see it, but nothing to do with me.
All right. That's dated June 9th. Same day, June 9th. (3:13 p.m. UTC -7). She's in New York at the time, and she calls you, correct?
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I'm not. I hope you don't think I'm supposed to know all this off the top of my head. I really don't.
See this number here? 374-1922, this 818 number, after your phone number?
I see the numbers.
See that as being Detective Parshall's number?
And you need me to do this for you. I thought you had detectives to do
You have
this.
to move to strike non-responsive.
Trigger.
Did you talk to her while she was in New York? Before she went to Toronto at the beginning of June?
I talk to her all the time.
So is that yes?
I don't know. But I do talk to her all the time, so I can't say no.
Okay. And did she call you while she was in New York
What was the date?
and Canada?
What was
June
it?
9th.
June 9th? June 9th?
3 o'clock here, 6
You said
o'clock
June
New
9th?
York.
Yeah,
Yes.
if it was June, yes.
Yes?
If it was June, probably. Yeah, probably. If it was
You
June.
also talked to her from Toronto where she went after that, right? You knew she went there for a Lifetime Achievement Award that Fabio was getting, right?
Chances are I did. Chances are.
Now, you also, I believe, told us that when you were testifying on direct, that the oath to tell the truth means something to you, right?
It means something when we come to court.
Right. Means what?
It means to tell the truth.
And that's what you've done over the last several days, right?
The best that I could. The best that I could.
But if you weren't telling the truth, there would be no consequence, right? Because you're already serving a sentence of life without parole, right?
That's argumentative.
Sustained.
What consequence might there be if you were to lie to this jury?
I don't
What
know.
consequence?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure you'll find something.
Well, there is nothing, right?
I don't know. Take your word for it.
I mean, perjury as opposed to life without parole is chump change, right?
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
But you have friends that are lawyers, right?
Yes.
Like Howard Lynch, right?
He's a friend of mine.
And you've talked to him about your case?
Never.
Never.
No, I haven't talked to him about my case, but this one, no.
I see. How about John Stanley? Talk to him about your case?
I haven't talked to him. Wait a minute. I think he came to see me. So I did talk to him very briefly.
I think you also told us that you, on direct, you made up the name Jaybird or JB when you talked to the defense as the person who you committed the murder of Fabio Sementilli with. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And you said, you told the jury that you told the truth about Austin when you called your mom and your mom said they were looking for JB, right?
Yes.
Did your mom say who they were?
I can't remember the exact conversation, but the only person she can get it from is the media.
I see. So you told the jury that the media was looking for JB.
I mentioned, the only thing I just said was that JB was from my mother. She was from my mother, and because that's what we were talking about earlier. And the information had to come from the media.
I see. So
Had
the
to be.
media was looking for the
I don't know if
person
they're looking
named
for him or
JB.
not, but it was mentioned through, I'm sure it was through the media. I'm sure it was.
Which media was looking for
I don't know. I
somebody
mean,
by the name?
you're releasing all kind of information.
One moment.
Who was?
One moment. There's an objection, please. Sustained.
When you said your mother told you they were looking for JB, and you said the media was.
No, I'm trying to remember the conversation. I'm telling you, I knew it was the media.
You knew it was the media.
It had to be.
Okay. So somehow the media would be looking for a person by the name of JB.
That was my thought.
And which media would be looking for a person without a name?
I don't know. The media, I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know.
Would that be another story that you just made up?
Why would I make that up? It has nothing to do with anything.
Well, you told us that you told the defense the truth. So when did you tell them this story that
Who's
the
them?
media was looking for JB?
Who is them?
The defense.
Oh,
Action seems like not an evidence.
Exactly.
So,
When did you tell the defense that?
whenever they came to see me.
You told them that the media was looking for
Oh,
a
no.
guy named JB.
I never told them that. No, I never told the defense
I
that
see.
ever. No.
I see.
Your questions are all over the place.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with it.
Now, you also told us that you never told Monica that you committed this crime, correct?
Correct.
And you told us that when you went to see Monica the night of the wake, which would have been January 29th, after coming back from Victorville, where you purchased the burner phones, that you needed to see what was wrong with her, if she was all right, because you wanted to make sure she wasn't upset that you had done this. Do you remember that?
Vaguely, yes.
Okay. So at that point, at the wake, did you tell her, like you told the jury, that you needed to find out if she was upset because you had done this, meaning killing her husband?
That assumes facts, not in evidence.
Oh,
I never said
You
anything. I never said anything like that.
Oh, you did on direct.
No.
Okay.
No. There's a question in there somewhere.
This states direct.
Yeah, this is all over the place.
Answer the question.
So ask again, because there was like a whole bunch of pieces in there.
Yes, I would put in the pieces of what
Please.
you told this jury.
All right.
That you went there that night because
I did
you
go.
had to.
I did go, yes.
Okay. And so, what did you tell her about that? You said you needed to find out.
About going?
Go ahead, sir. Answer.
No, I'm trying to. About me going?
Jack, know your approach.
all right.
Answer the question. Go ahead. What did you tell her at the wake?
That's what that day you're under the house for narrative.
So, silver rule.
I'm thinking at first, I don't remember exactly offhand, but the way, in the shape that she was in, again, this is just paraphrasing. It seems like I make one word error, it's a lie. So I'm paraphrasing. So when I saw her, she looked pretty bad off, and I asked, I'm pretty sure I asked her, was she all right? Are you all right?
Do you remember stating on direct, well, eventually I approached her when I could, but she was surrounded by a lot of people. And I wanted to find out why. I mean, I know why she was messed up like that, but I wanted to find out what the hell was going on with her. Like, you know, like, is she losing it because of me doing this thing? You know? And that's what it was. I was just trying to see
Okay.
if. And then Mr. Levine cut you off, and you said if you were responsible,
Your Honor,
and you said,
One
yeah.
moment.
that's the finding. Cut it off.
That's what it says. It says see if, and then
Yeah,
you're interrupted.
all that was going on at the same time in my head, but I'm trying to go step by step with you here. But in my mind, are you all right? Because she looked bad off.
Right. And so, did you ask her, like you said, are you messed up because I did this thing?
No, I didn't say
You
that.
didn't. And why not? If that's what you were worried about, why didn't you ask her that?
Because it would say that I did it.
Because what?
It would say that I did it.
Okay. And so that's what you told us, though, that you wanted to make sure she wasn't upset because you did this thing.
I wanted to make sure she wasn't losing her mind and totally upset, period.
Okay.
'Cause it looked bad.
So when you talked to her, you didn't say anything.
I'm sure I said something like, are you all right? And she barely spoke. I was barely audible.
I see. Okay. How many times would you say you spoke to Monica's lawyers?
I don't know. You have the information in front of you. I have no idea about. Over 5.
Over 6?
I don't know. Over 5. It felt like 5. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track.
Over 8?
I wasn't keeping track.
Approximately how many do you think? Give us an estimate.
Over 5.
Since you were there and we weren't.
Yeah, but I wasn't keeping track.
I see. You wanted, though, to talk to them for a long time, right?
I wanted to talk to them as long as it's needed.
No, I mean, you had wanted to speak with them for years. You told Monica in
Oh, yeah, yeah.
recordings that you wanted to talk to her lawyers, right?
I did.
And because you wanted to take the blame, right?
No, because I needed information. It was a smart-ass comment because I wasn't getting information at all.
I see. So when you said to Monica in numerous conversations, if things go bad, I will take the blame. I'll take it. I'll lie, right?
I probably said that.
And you also said that you wanted to talk to her lawyers, and you told Monica that you needed to get your lawyers and her lawyers together so they were all on the same page, because she doesn't have a defense without you, and you don't have a defense without her. Do you remember that?
Objection, the misstates, yeah.
Still rule.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Showing you People's 217. Do you recognize this shirt? It has a 1 in the lower left corner.
I remember. I don't remember this. She's wearing a shirt. She probably got it from me. I just don't remember it.
Do you remember telling Detective Gable and Detective Tellis on June 14th after your arrest that the shirt she was wearing the day you guys were arrested, which is this shirt, that she got it from you?
I don't remember all that.
Do you recognize the bedding?
Actually, I do.
Yeah, whose bedding is that?
That's hers.
No, it's yours.
Oh, see, that's how crazy I am. Wow. I could have swore that was hers.
Looking at this photo taken June 13th on her way back from Toronto. Oh, this has not been marked? Your Honor, can I have this marked as the people's next in order, please? 278?
279.
Thank you. 279, there's a 6 in the lower left corner. To the June 13th. Is that the same shirt?
Looks like it.
Do you recognize this photo?
No. I'm looking hard too. No.
No. She's wearing the same shirt, right? Shirt you gave her, right?
Okay. I don't recognize the photo so far.
Okay. And also contained on your SD card found in your Ford Expedition. You have a lot of SD cards, racquetball equipment, clothing, women's clothing in your Expedition at the time that you were arrested, right?
In my Expedition? I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Because when I was arrested in a squad car, not in my truck. So I don't remember.
Yes, but you had things in your Expedition that was parked in the garage at your apartment.
Okay.
On the day you were arrested, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I didn't do an inventory before I got arrested. I don't remember. I probably did. I may have.
Do you remember telling Detective Gable and Detective Tellis, actually you asked them, hey, yeah, well you saw the shirt, didn't you, on her? That was a gift I gave her.
Oh.
And the detective said, oh no, and you said, so you didn't see the army shirt? And the detective said, yeah. And you said, did you see the back? It said, it will defend. And the detective said, yeah, right, okay, very nice. Oh, so, and you said it was a gift that I got her, because I can't wear it here anywhere. Remember that?
Not really. I don't remember that. I don't. It's too long ago.
Did Monica ever ask you if you had committed this murder?
No.
Never asked you that.
No.
How about after the two of you tried to explain away where all your DNA in the house came from?
Objection is argumentative.
So rule.
Say that one more time.
Sure. We heard you in an overhear talking to Monica a couple of different times, trying to explain away the DNA that was found of yours at the crime scene.
Oh, not explain away, but those were the reasons. But
Right.
okay,
You were saying it's just a few drops, right?
that's what I was
Said
told.
that's what she told them. It's just
That's
a
what
few
I was told.
drops.
That's what I was told.
So again, at any point in time, did she ask you, "Hey, did you murder my husband?"
No.
Never. And you still love her, right? That's why you're here.
I love her. Of course, I still love her. Of course,
Yeah.
I do.
And you hope that at some point the two of you will be together.
It's never going to happen.
Right?
It's never going to happen.
Okay. So you didn't talk about conjugal visits in the future or anything like that if she were to get out?
I don't remember. I might have.
Did
maybe.
you ever talk to her about the fact that if she got out, you wanted her to go home, but you needed her to support you and put money on your books and things of that nature? Do you ever have
remember
that
that.
kind of a conversation?
I don't remember that conversation.
So if that was recorded, it just would be that you didn't remember.
I just don't remember.
I see.
You're recording it. I don't remember.
I see. You told us, though, that you lied about Chris Austin's involvement because you wanted to protect him, right?
Right.
And you were much closer to Monica than you were to Chris Austin, right?
Different types of relationships.
Okay. So again, you do anything to protect her too, right? That's what you do.
If I could. If I could.
Do you remember telling Monica in a overhear from August 24th of 2017 that you will flat out lie for her and that you need to start stockpiling because you don't have support out there? And Monica told you, if I get out, you'll have my support. Do you remember that?
Yeah, at the time, she thought I was innocent. Yes.
Councilman, we'll take our morning recess for 15 minutes. The admonition applies.